Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the government's first and most important duty is to protect our citizens. Jane and Janet Doe obtained unpublished secure name changes 5 years ago, the first sign of life after living in fear for more than a decade. Imagine their horror when they found out the Alberta Gazette had published the name change and that a simple Google search would have found it. The minister has issued an apology, but it doesn't go near enough or far enough. To the Minister of Service Alberta, why was no consideration given to settling this matter instead of letting it drag out into a lawsuit when you have already admitted fault?
The Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the question. With respect to this situation, the moment that we were made aware of this situation, we immediately removed the name from her name for electronic copies of the Gazette, took steps to ensure it didn't happen again in the future. We've also been informed the individual has obtained legal representation, and we are waiting for a response from the lawyer on this matter.
Honourable Member.
Well, Mr. Speaker, again to the same minister. Have the changes referred to in your apology letter of March 16, 2010 been implemented? And if so, can you provide the House with written proof of this compared to the original legislation?
The Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Indeed, with respect to the checks and balances we have put in place, those were put in place immediately, and I'm happy to provide that information to the member so she can see what we've done.
Honourable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, again to the same minister. Minister, can you assure this family that they will be fairly compensated immediately so they can put this ugly ordeal behind them for good?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Of course, we take the privacy of Albertans' information very seriously, and I do as Minister. And I would like to assure all members in this chamber that we will continue to do that. And as the matter is going to be before with the lawyers at this time, I will wait until we hear from the lawyers.